You know that feeling when a friend is about to drop a serious chunk of cash on a piece of equipment they've never touched before, and you just have to step in and ask, "Are you really sure that's the right fit for you?" I've been in that spot more than once, especially when it comes to kitchen gear that promises restaurant-level results at home or in a small-scale operation. The Baker's Pride 45166 Pizza Bake Oven is one of those big-ticket items that can feel like a gamble-high output, a hefty gas line, and a price tag that makes you pause. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's walk through why you might feel that hesitation and whether this oven actually delivers enough everyday value to justify the investment. First off, think about the space you have. This is a deck-type, gas-fired oven that sits on a sturdy steel frame, and it's built to handle the kind of throughput you'd expect in a pizzeria or a busy catering kitchen. If you're running a storefront with a constant flow of orders, the 80,000 BTU burner can crank the deck up to that classic brick oven temperature in under 10 minutes. That means you can go from a cold start to a blazing hot baked surface fast enough to keep a line moving during lunch rushes. The real win here isn't just the raw heat. It's the consistency you get once you've hit that temperature plateau. The deck holds the heat evenly, so you're not constantly adjusting the oven or fighting hot spots that leave one side of a pizza undercooked while the other is charred. But that same power comes with a hidden trade-off. You need a reliable gas supply and proper ventilation. The oven is designed for a 50 to 120 psi natural gas line. So if you're in a home kitchen with a standard 30 psi line, you'll need to upgrade the plumbing or look at a propane conversion kit. That adds both cost and complexity. I've spoken with a couple of small business owners who tried to fit this unit into a cramped prep area only to discover they needed to reroute their gas line and install a dedicated exhaust hood. If you're not prepared to tackle those upgrades, the oven could end up being more of a headache than a help. Assuming the gas setup checks out, the next practical question is how you actually use the oven day to day. The deck is 66 inches wide, which translates to roughly a 30-inch pizza, perfect for a standard New York-style pie or a larger family-sized crust. Loading and unloading is straightforward. The front door swings open wide, and the interior is unobstructed, so you can slide a pizza peel in and out without fiddling with racks. For a small team, that means a single person can manage the bake cycle from start to finish, which reduces labor costs compared to a multi-rack electric oven where you have to juggle multiple trays. One nuance that often gets missed in the hype is the oven's heat recovery time. After you pull a pizza out, the deck stays hot for a while, which is great if you're baking a batch of pies back-to-back. However, if you're only making 1 or 2 pizzas an hour, you'll find the oven sitting at high temperature longer than you need, which can be a waste of gas. Some owners mitigate this by turning the burner down to a low, keep-warm setting between batches. That flexibility is a strength, but it also requires you to be mindful of gas consumption, especially if you're operating on a tight budget. Now let's talk about the kind of people who'll get the most mileage out of this oven. If you run a dedicated pizza shop, a food truck that specializes in artisanal pies, or a catering business that needs to produce consistent, high-quality crusts for events, the Baker's Pride 451 is practically built for you. Its ability to hit that high temperature quickly and hold it steady means you can guarantee the classic leopard spot char that pizza aficionados love, and you won't have to compromise on dough rise or topping melt. The oven's construction also holds up to the daily wear and tear of a commercial environment. Stainless steel decks resist rust, and the gas controls are designed for frequent adjustments without lagging. On the other side of the coin, if you're a home cook who just wants an occasional pizza night, this might be overkill. The upfront cost, the need for a proper gas line, and the space it occupies could easily outweigh the convenience of a few perfectly baked pies a month. For a backyard setup, a smaller wood-fired oven or even a high-end countertop electric pizza oven could deliver comparable results with far less installation hassle. Similarly, a restaurant that primarily serves pasta or salads and only does pizza once a week would find the 80 BTU capacity underutilized, leading to higher operating costs without a proportional return. When it comes to weaknesses, the most glaring is the lack of built-in temperature monitoring beyond the basic gas regulator. You'll need a separate infrared thermometer,